Chad Romero? Okay. On Mr. Romero's cases, we have gone over what Mr. Romero's present, and we've gone over what he's charged with in each case. And in each of these cases, you're facing a term of not more than 20 years or less than 2 years in prison. In addition, a fine may be assessed not to exceed $10,000. Do you understand, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is so much better. Agreements have been reached where you would be pleading guilty, sentenced to 8 years in prison to run concurrently with all other cases. Is that your understanding of the agreements?
Yes, sir.
If I follow these agreements, you have no right of appeal of your cases. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead in each of these cases to the aggravated, to the burglary of building, state jail felony allegations similarly alleged on different occasions in paragraph 1 in each of these indictments, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Are you pleading guilty voluntarily and because you are guilty of what this alleges?
Yes, sir.
I should give you this. And paragraphs 2 and 3 in each of these indictments, which similarly allege in paragraph 2 on each that on March 17th, 1997, cause number 73044 in the 252nd District Court of Jefferson County, Texas, you were convicted of aggravated robbery. Thereafter, it is alleged in paragraph 4 that you committed the offensive burglary of a habitation and were finally convicted of that in cause number 73046 on May 4th, 2009, in cause number 7-01151 in the 252nd District Court of Jefferson County, Texas. Is that true and correct as it is alleged?
Yes, sir.
And are you pleading true and correct to paragraphs 2 and 3 in each of these prior conviction allegations in each indictment voluntarily, knowingly, and intelligently?
Yes, sir.
You understand these are state jail felonies, but punished as second-degree felony punishments because of the prior convictions.
Yes, sir.
I show you what's marked as State's Exhibit 1 in each case. Did you sign those documents?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand them, discuss them with your attorney? And is State's Exhibit 1 true and correct in each case?
Yes, sir.
State's Exhibit 1 in each case is tendered into evidence without objection admitted. Among other things, this states you are mentally competent to enter your guilty pleas, which are freely and voluntarily made. You know what you've been charged with. The indictment's been read to you. You've read it. You are guilty of the crimes charged and any lesser included offenses. Then you're also pleading true and correct to those prior convictions in paragraphs 2 and 4 in each of the indictments, which constitute, if found beyond a reasonable doubt in each case, a state jail felony punished as though a second-degree felony. And all of this is true. It states, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
And you are totally satisfied with the representation provided by your lawyer, and you're giving up your rights to a jury trial and the rights to the confrontation of all witnesses.
Yes, sir.
State's Exhibit 1 made a part of the record in all the cases and is a pre-sentence report waived.
Yes, sir.
Anything else to add? I'm going to follow this agreement and find that Mr. Romero, you were pleading guilty to paragraph 1.
Yeah.
And true to paragraphs 2 and 4, respectively, in each of these cases, voluntarily, knowingly, intelligently. There's sufficient evidence supporting your pleas from State's Exhibit 1 admitted in each case to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt in each case. I so find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt of the allegations in paragraphs 1, 2, and 4 constituting a state jail felony punished as a second-degree felony. I'm following the agreements in each case, and you were hereby sentenced to confinement in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Criminal Justice to serve a term of 8 years in each case. These sentences shall run concurrently. Anything else to add? That is all.
Thanks, Douglas. You'll get a file, sir.
I'm working on it. Yeah.
May call your first witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. You will call Sergeant Timothy Lasker. The judge.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? You may be seated.
Thank you. Your witness.
Madam, may I approach the witness to this fix the line?
Yes.
Thank you. Sir, I can ask you a series of questions if you could kindly speak clearly and loudly into the mic. I'm a little hard of hearing, and also the court reporter needs to get everything on the record. Could you please restate your name for the record, please?
Sergeant Timothy Lassiter.
Where are you currently employed, sir?
Wayne County Sheriff's Office.
And in what capacity?
Sergeant Police Officer.
How long have you been with the Wayne County Sheriff's Department?
22 years.
Where are you stationed currently?
525 Clinton, the old jail.
525 Clinton Street, sir, in the city of Detroit, County of Wayne?
Correct.
You said that's Division 2 jail?
Correct.
Were you employed at the jail on the date of September 7th, 2022, sir?
Yes.
Did something happen on that day that brings you to court today, sir?
Yes.
Okay, what was that?
There was a weapon found inside the jail.
I want to start from the beginning. Back up a little bit, sir. Can you tell me what transpired prior to you locating this alleged weapon on that day?
We were conducting a sanitation safety inspection.
You say a sanitation safety inspection?
Yes.
That inspection is there. Can you tell us a little bit more about it? Is it a random or how does that work?
Yeah, randomly. We do about 2 wards a week, trying just to go in, check the wards, check the inmates, make sure no weapons or contraband is found inside the wards.
On this day, while you were doing the sanitation, you said sanitation inspection?
Safety inspection.
Safety inspection, okay. Was there a particular person that was involved in a search of any sort?
Yes.
What person was that?
James Brown.
James Brown, an inmate at Division 2 jail?
Correct.
Do you recognize Mr. Brown if you saw him today?
Yes.
Mr. Brown in the courtroom?
Yes.
Could you please tell the court where Mr. Brown is located and the article of clothing he's wearing?
First row, green, Wayne County prisoner.
Thank you. Your Honor, may the record reflect the identification of defendant James Brown?
The record will reflect.
Sir, when you first approached Mr. James Brown, can you tell us what transpired?
We do a safety pat down during the inspection, and we check the shoes, clothing, just a formal check of the person on this person.
Did you personally do this search of the defendant?
Yes.
Was anything recovered from the defendant's person when you did this search?
Yes.
What was recovered, sir?
There was a piece of plexiglass about 5 inches long in his shoe.
You say a piece of plexiglass, what? Did you describe this as a particular type of weapon in your police report, sir?
Yes.
What type of weapon is that?
Piece of plexiglass sharpened at the tip, wrapped in some type of linen or fabric.
And what is that you, I know you called it a certain something. What did you call it in your police report?
Maybe a shank.
A shank? Okay, and you said it's 5 inches long, plexiglass?
Approximately.
Okay. Was this plexiglass sharpened?
Yes.
Can you please describe where on the defendant's person you found this shank or 5-inch plexiglass?
Inside of the shoe, under the insole.
Inside of the shoe?
Yes.
What did you do once you recovered this weapon, sir?
We secure the weapon, do reports, and we send it over to our other jail, putting it in lockers.
Further questions? Thank you.
Ross.
Thank you, Your Honor. Morning, Sergeant. How are you?
Fire yourself.
My name is Ted Wallace. I'm asking a couple questions. I'm hoping that they'll be yes or no, but I tend to go away from my own plans. So are you the supervisor of this work?
Correct.
Okay. And so how many deputies do you use to do these searches?
It's gonna be randomly. I can give you an approximate. It's random, so we have to go with whatever we have, depending on the situation.
Okay. Well, then how about this? How about the day of this incident? How many did you have?
I don't want to misspeak. I would say not less than 10.
Not less than 10?
Correct.
And so for how many inmates is that?
I don't want to misspeak. But
Well,
the ward holds 14.
The ward holds 14?
But I don't know if it was filled or not.
Is there a report that we can refer to that would tell you how many people were on that?
I don't think we have that in the report. But the ward holds 14.
The ward holds 14. You never have more than what the ward holds in.
Correct.
Okay. And are these individual cells?
Yes.
How many inmates are in each cell?
One.
One? Okay. And so you being the supervisor, you direct your deputies to go and bring people out, right?
Correct.
And you have them all take their shoes off and put them out on the main common area, right?
Can you restate that?
So when a deputy goes into a cell and you guys are doing one of these searches, you have the inmates take their shoes off, right?
Correct.
And then you have them put the shoes, and then the deputy put the shoes out in the hall, correct?
Incorrect.
That's not true?
No.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this: what kind of shoes were they?
Black fabric with Velcro lace,
Are these common shoes in the jail?
which are definitions of common.
Well, are these jail issued shoes?
I think you can buy them off commissary, or sometimes I think they are given to
They're given to, who are they given to the inmates?
the commissary workers. That's all I know.
That's all you know. Do you know if jail if inmates give each other shoes, maybe as they're leaving or something like that?
It's possible.
It's possible. So it's possible when you're searching someone and you're sitting and you're looking into their belonging that that the shoes that they're wearing, for instance, could be secondhand shoes, right?
Correct.
And so it's possible that if someone has something in their shoe, they wouldn't know it, correct?
Anything's possible.
So it's possible that when you did the search, Mr. Brown, he had this in his shoe and didn't know.
Anything's possible.
Thank you. I don't have more questions.
You're right.
Clarify, you said it was in the insole. Was it on the side or on the bottom where you'd be walking on top of the shank?
Bottom.
On the bottom. So his foot would have been right on top of this 5-inch made weapon?
Correct.
Okay. No further questions. Thank you.
Fix that down, sir. Other witnesses.
No, Your Honor. None from the people.
Any witnesses on behalf of the defense?
No, Your Honor.
All right, argument.
Thank you, Your Honor. People move that defendant James Brown be bound over on count one, jail possession of a weapon in jail, in reserve argument. Thank you.
That's
Your Honor, I would object to the bind over. The deputy testified today that these shoes are possibly passed around from inmate to inmate. There's no inventory taken as far as where he doesn't even know where they come from. He doesn't even know where these shoes came from. He also says it's possible that Mr. Brown could have gotten these shoes from another inmate and not even known that weapon was there. There's nothing that indicates that Mr. Brown knew that they were there. And I would object to the bind.
just to be clear on your argument. You're saying that never mind.
Thank you.
Your Honor, as the testimony indicated, the weapon was found in the defendant's shoes. I understand the defense's argument that the shoes may have been in someone else's possession prior to coming to the defendant. However, as indicated, this shank was 5 inches long. It was wrapped up in the string from Mass, wrapped up on the very bottom of his shoe. I don't, people can feel a pebble in their shoe, let alone a 5-inch shank at the bottom of their shoe. So I would argue that it would be a question of fact whether he knew it was there or not, but as far as probable cause standards, we believe that we have met that burden in the fact that he did have in his possession, in his control, a shoe that he was wearing. These shoes were not off his person, but on his person, and the shank was large enough that it's reasonable to believe that a person would have felt it at the bottom of his shoe. Thank you, Your Honor.
We haven't heard the testimony as well as the arguments. Court finds that probable cause doesn't exist. Therefore, the defendant will be bound over to the Wayne County Circuit Court for further proceedings. The arraignment of the information will be
January 27th at 9 a.m.
January 22nd.
27th, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
27th, I'm sorry, at 9 a.m. I continue.
Thank you.